Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at connecting decimals to percentages. By the end of this video you should see the relationship between decimals and percentages. So let's see if we can't connect the dots somehow. If you were to have one whole, one unit, that means that you have 100%. Now, any decimal that's less than 1 is less than 100%. That means decimals like 0.23, 0.05, 0.9 and 0.1 are all going to have a percentage less than 1. They're all going to be less than 100%. So to change a decimal into a percentage, what we need to do is multiply by 100. But before we get into that, we're going to take a look at the connection between what a decimal is and a percentage. Now 0.23 as a percentage is 23%. You might notice that the 23 is in both of our numbers. But let's think about what 0.23 means. 0.23 means 23 out of 100 because there are 23 hundredths there. And percentages are just fractions out of 100. So if we have 23 out of 100, that means we have 23%. The same thing goes with 0.05. That's going to be 5%. Now if we look at the 0.05, you might notice that there's 5s in both of our answers. That 5 is in the hundredths column, meaning that we have 5 out of 100, meaning 5 out of 100 is 5%. What about 0.9? That 9 is in the tenths column, but it's not 9%, it's actually going to be 90%. Why is that? Well, that 0.9 is a 9 out of 10. If I wanted to change that into a fraction out of 100, I would just need to add a 0 to my numerator and denominator, making 90 out of 100, 90%. Same thing goes for 0.1. 0.1 is 10%. You might notice that there's 1s in both of our numbers. Well, that 1 in the 0.1 is in the tenths column, meaning that it is 1 out of 10. That 1 out of 10, if we just add zeros to the numerator and denominator, we get 10 out of 100, making it 10%. So you can see that decimals and percentages and fractions are all related to each other. They're all the same thing, just looking at it in a different way. So what should you write? Well, you should start off with some of the interesting things about percentages and how we're going to work out what our percentages are going to be from when we change them from a decimal into a percentage. You should also write down the 4 examples that I gave you, being 0.3, 0.05, 0.9 and 0.1, to show you how you can change them into percentages just by knowing what they are as fractions. And that's it. Hopefully you can see that there is a connection between decimals and percentages, and even fractions too, which we're going to look at more in a future video. Good luck.